Hey guys, thanks for coming back to our channel. My name is Jesse.
And I'm Rachel.
And we figured it might be time to give you a garden update. The garden is up and growing actually surprisingly well considering the crazy weather we've been having. And we wanted to bring you guys along and show you just how well it's doing. So let's go. Did you want to say something? Did you want to say something?
Yeah, come walk through our garden with us.
These are our potatoes that something's been eating away at our, probably grasshoppers. The pests have been crazy this year.
Yeah, they're almost like a lace. Like, look at that. It's like lace.
Huh.
It's kind of crazy, huh? But they do
Wow.
want to bloom. I mean, like, there's little starts to flowers, like in the middle of them.
Okay,
Hopefully
so
they'll hold on and do something.
might be coming along enough, huh?
Yeah. If you haven't seen our update on our potatoes and the different methods of planting, I'll leave a link up above so that you can check out that video and we'll go into more depth of the different ways that we planted each patch.
Our fruit trees are still alive. Actually not too much to report. Looks like they've gotten a little bit of black on the tips of their leaves, probably from when we've had our late frosts. But none of them are turning yellow or look super withery. So far, I think even the plum tree looks all right.
So over here we have our garlic. It looks great. It's starting to die back.
Oh, so that's good.
Yes. We want about the first two to really die. But see, they're starting to die back, which is good. You want to see that. They look good and healthy.
I wonder if we need to come out and trim some of those curlies.
These are, I can't remember the name of them. I'll put them on the screen. But you can actually pick these off and cook them and eat them. Super delicious. So anyway, here, why don't you take that and go eat on it, okay? And then this is our potatoes in our covered patch. Some of them did flower, but they're not doing that great here.
I feel like they're doing better than they were maybe a few weeks ago. I don't know. Oh, those have really died back.
They have. So I think we should maybe try to dig there and see if anything is under there, or maybe they did nothing.
Do you think those were just, you think that's ready to harvest, or do you think that's pests?
No, I think they're ready to harvest. Cause see down here, they look like, see they're turning brown. Like
Oh, okay.
it's actually dying back.
Okay.
So I would be interested to see if there's anything under there.
Yeah, we can bring a shovel out.
Yeah.
The potatoes in the potato tower are still looking phenomenal. I re-hilled, sort of, with hay, mounted up a little bit more hay around the potatoes in our other two patches of garden. I can't really do that with the potato tower. I don't know if that's a bad thing or not, but it's still looking lush green, so as long as it continues to look that way, we're gonna say it's okay.
Yeah, we have a little bit of melon, or some melons coming up. They're kind of hit or miss in this section. There's a lot of weeds in here. But some of them just didn't come up. But we did try to replant. We'll see if they come up. We have some beautiful sunflowers that volunteered.
Yeah,
Can't wait.
Did we plant any in this section?
No, can't wait for these guys to bloom. They're all over the place here. We also have some lettuce that survived the grub attacks. Go ahead.
That looks beautiful. What did? These aren't volunteers. These
No,
were,
I planted a bunch of
this
greens.
is where you planted first. Yeah.
But then we had all those grubs that just came and, yeah.
Demolished the place.
Oh, here's some. There's some melons. I believe those are cantaloupe that just popped up. You just barely replanted those.
Oh, are these the ones? Yes, that's right. This was the patch
Yes.
because nothing was coming up. So that's
Well,
something.
we had a couple.
Oh.
We had one there, and a couple there, but you replanted a few other places.
Here's our carrot patch. If you can sort of see it.
Through the weeds. Yeah, we need to weed more.
This whole area needs a little bit of TLC. But,
Which you'll probably see a video of that coming up soon.
But the carrots, as you can see, they're coming along just right well, even through the weeds.
Yeah.
We won't worry about that right now.
No. And then here's some more greens that I replanted. I'll link that video up above if you didn't see that one. But they're doing great amongst the weeds, but they aren't getting eaten.
Oh yeah?
See, you can see these are turnips, and There's been a lot of pest pressure this year. But
They're resilient. Oh my word, look at that.
those are all those radishes.
Are they looking okay? These look okay to me.
Yeah, they're probably ready to harvest actually.
The greens are looking awesome.
Yes.
Actually, might go ahead and pick some of those greens for tonight's salad,
Sure,
right?
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of curious. Do you want to get down there and try a bite?
You go right ahead.
Yeah, usually, this will be interesting to see. Usually I don't really care for lettuce that's out of the garden. I mean, not the stuff that we've been able to grow or that I've had experience with because it's super bitter. That's still a little bit of bitter, but you know, you put salad dressing, that's the reason people eat salads anyways, the salad dressing. You put some of that on there, and it tastes just like your normal salad. And it's straight from your garden too. You don't have to worry about any kind of pesticides that may have been sprayed on it or whatever. And I don't know whether or not you can tell, there's this first patch to give you an indication. These are all our onions. Right here, there's one patch that we've actually
Started to weed.
started to weed.
Yeah.
And then you got here, and believe it or not,
There are onions under there.
onion patches are just like that one, are like right here, here, but yeah,
It's
this,
on our to-do list.
yeah, we'll move on.
Yeah. This is the ugly part. This is the ugly part of the garden. Jesse was nice and came out and replanted our cucumbers. And I'm hopeful still, but I don't see any coming up. But he replanted all along here.
It's still been just cold, right? And it's gonna be colder.
And then he planted under the trellis again. So we'll see. I don't know, it's been a
Ooh.
weird year.
Oh no, never mind, sorry.
We also replanted okra here. Still haven't seen anything. But our bush beans are looking good. This is kind of funny because down here is where... Oh, good job! Good job! This is where our 2-year-old helped me plant. He planted them very densely, if you could imagine. And they did great over here, and then down there, besides the grass, is where I planted. And there's only one every once in a while, so...
Right there's one.
Yeah, like over here and there.
Right
So
there.
maybe the 2-year-old's method worked better. And then back here we have a bunch of squash that are looking great. I have started to check them for squash bugs. It's good to do that right at the beginning when they're still small. But this whole section is spaghetti squash.
Oh, awesome.
So and they're looking great right now.
Our goal this year has been to just try to use as much of our ground to grow as much food as we can. So to that end, in between all these different patches, the squash are in different sections, and in between each section, I was just like, hey, why don't we go ahead and just plant a row of corn? We've got the seed, and it's doing phenomenally. We've got a row right here, another patch of squash, another row of corn right there.
And I think that might be a butternut just starting to peek through, which is so lovely.
Oh.
We love butternut, and it's such a great food storage food through the winter. And that's what it looks like to me. Don't see any there. Let's go to the other one. Right, is that where you planted them?
Mm-hmm. No,
Oh,
just a weed.
just a weed. No.
More
There.
weeds.
Yeah, but if we get one hill, that would be great still. And then you did another row of corn here.
Yep.
Zucchini, which is looking great.
Let's see.
I know this isn't really food related, but this little tree, it's hilarious. We had the chickens in here and they basically killed it. But once we moved the chickens out and I've been watering because of the plants are here, it bounced back. Isn't that funny?
Oh, good for it. Tiny little thing.
Yeah. So that was zucchini. Oh, and then we have 4 little crookneck, the yellow squashes up here.
Have any? Oh, they have come up.
Yes.
Nice.
And then I had 4 seeds left of my pumpkins. These are the little pie pumpkins. And I threw them in and all 4 of them came up. So maybe they'll do something. Be great to have pumpkins to bake with.
That brings us up to the main part of our garden.
I love you pumpkins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is basically are almost totally tomatoes. Yeah, so we've got all of our Gophromas here. Over here is where it moves into our Kellogg tomatoes. They're looking pretty well, this patch. Doing fine.
We have lost quite a few. Like every once in a while you'll see some that just look really sad, like that one. But for the most part, right?
Yeah, when all was... Actually, now that the sun is at the right angle, they're coming up. You can see the green. They're looking okay.
And then I'm supposed to have beans in this one, but I'm not seeing any. This is supposed to be some long beans, but I'm not seeing any come up yet. This is the second time replanting it. I don't know, maybe it's just this spot. It didn't do well last year. The drainage right here isn't the greatest, so we'll see if anything happens. But our peppers are really sad from covering them with the tarp because we've had so many late frosts. So they look really sad, but they are pushing out some new leaf. Like this one got completely eaten down, but it is pushing out some new leaves all around it. So I'm quite happy with that. We'll see if they do anything. This one's a jalapeno, and then this patch is the bell pepper patch, which the same thing happened with these. With covering them just really took its toll on them.
Yeah, we decided to grow a lot of corn this year. You know, we like corn, and it's a crop that unless, you know, it freezes really hard, it grows well here.
Again, it's quite weedy, but they're still looking great though, I think. It's kind of funny to me because over there it floods and you can see it's shorter, like it's getting too much water right there. So maybe I'll move the sprinkler.
The corn
Yeah.
shorter.
Well, thanks for joining us on this garden tour, and I hope you enjoyed walking through. Are you going to talk now? I hope you enjoyed walking through the garden with us. We live in a very northern climate. We're in zone 6, and so things might look a little small. It's because they are, but in our experience, they do bounce back. Like our tomato plants are starting to bounce back.
We've got a couple months left in the
do.
season, so it still has some time to grow.
One nerve-wracking thing is we may freeze tonight. It's forecasting about 38 degrees, and so what do you think? Should we cover? What are we gonna do?
We've already put all of our tarps away for the and last time it read just like a degree higher, and it didn't end up freezing that night. It was like it's supposed to be 38 tonight, right?
Yeah.
And last time it said 39, and it didn't freeze.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit chillier according to the forecast, but I think we're gonna risk it.
We'll let you know what happens. But we wanted to do a garden tour in case it does freeze. But hopefully it doesn't. We'll be praying hard that it doesn't freeze. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
And let us know how your guys' gardens are doing. If you struggle with the same problems we do, if you've come up with some kind of creative solutions of your own that you like to protect your garden from the frost, let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you.
Also, let us know if you guys are experiencing a lot of pest pressure, because we sure are this year. There's grasshoppers and these little fly bugs that are we put them in the potato update video that you could check out that one. If you're experiencing those, let us know what you're doing to combat those. That would be great.
Thanks for watching our garden update, and be sure to tune in for our next video. But until then, take it easy.
It's a garlic scape. It's called a scape. There it is.